Grade 12 LS is it dominance, incomplete dominance أو codominance؟ وأقولكم إذا كتبتوا because only black is shown in F1 رح تاخدوا العلامة كاملة؟ أكيد لا. ليلي ما بيعرفني أنا مس سها بعلم بيولوجي خاصة لجريد 12 LS وبركز كتير على طريقة الحل لأنه هيدي الطريقة يلي رح تجيب لكم علامة بالامتحانات الرسمية. بهيدا الفيديو رح كون عم بشرح لكم عن التايب اوف انهيرتنس وكل وحده كيف لازم تجاوبوا عليها بالسؤال لحتى تكونوا عم تاخذوا العلامه كامله. اذا مش عاملين سبسكرايب اعملوا سبسكرايب للشانل وكمان فيكم تعملوا اون للجرس لانه انا كل جمعه رح كون عم نزل لكم فيديو مجاني. خلينا نشرح. So how to explain the type of inheritance, how we are going to write our answer, whether it's dominance or incomplete dominance or codominance, and to get the full mark. So here is the objective in this lesson. First of all, let's take one example and apply it to the three types of inheritance. Okay, I'm going to take, for example, black and white. So in the case of dominance, if you cross a pure black and a pure white animal, pure means it contains only one type of allele, so BB, WW. So in this case, you are going to obtain either 100% of F1 black or 100% white, which means that only one phenotype will appear, one phenotype that look like one of the parents. Okay, however, if I take the same example, black and white and incomplete dominance, here you are going to obtain a gray phenotype during F1. So this is a third phenotype. Okay, and in incomplete dominance, you cannot see anymore the black allele and the white allele in F1. Okay, and finally, if it's a case of codominance, you are going to obtain, for example, a black animal spotted with white. So there is also a third phenotype, but in this case, both alleles, black and white, are expressed in the phenotype of F1. Okay, let's check now how we are going to write our answers to get the full mark. So let's start by dominance or dominant alleles. So here we are talking about a dominant allele and a recessive one. So I'm going to suppose that the dominant allele is the black one and the recessive allele is the white one, and I'm crossing a pure black parent with a pure white parent, and I obtained in F1 100% all animals are, for example, black. And the question is, specify the dominant or the recessive allele, explain why it's a dominance, a case of dominance, show that black is dominant. Okay, any question of these, how I'm going to explain that this is the case of dominance. First of all, you are going to start by F1. You have to say, you must say F1 which is hybrid. This word is very important and you are going to take a mark on hybrid. ليش؟ Because I want to say that F1 has both alleles, the black one which is taken from this parent and the white one which is taken from the other parent, right? F1 or the offspring always take one allele from each parent. So definitely F1 is hybrid or heterozygote. شو يعني hybrid؟ يعني it has two different alleles. So this F1 inherits one allele black and one allele white from the parents. So black and white, you need to change them in the other exercise. يعني مثلا إذا هن جابوا لكم red white, you put red and white instead of black and white. Okay, so F1 which is hybrid inherits one allele from each parent. هلا أنا ضروري أقول لهم إنه البيرنت are pure race، لأقول لهم إنه هن مش رح ياخدوا من هيدا البيرنت إلا black مش رح ياخدوا من هيدا البيرنت إلا white لأنه they have only these two alleles. برجع بقلن يعني مع إنه ال F1 is hybrid، مع إنه ال F1 عنده both allele the black one and the white one, but only black appears. But I don't say appears, I say only the black allele is expressed in the phenotype of F1. So عرفتوا شو صرنا عم نقول؟ عم قلن ال F1 عنده 2 allele البلاك والوايت، بس مش مبين عليه إلا black. هيدي كيف منقولها؟ The black allele is expressed, only black is expressed in F1. اوكي؟ طيب شو يعني؟ لما one allele is expressed and the other is masked, therefore the dominant allele is the black and white is the recessive. So هولي كلهم بدكم تقولون لتكونوا عم تاخدوا العلامة كاملة. So start by saying F1 is hybrid. What did it inherit from the parents that are pure? And which allele is expressed? The allele which is expressed will be the dominant one. And please pay attention and notice that in the case of dominance you can only have two phenotypes only، بس شكلين، which is in this case black or white. ما عندنا a third phenotype. Okay? And once you write, you specify which is the dominant and which is the recessive, make sure to write down your symbol. The dominant allele is represented by a capital letter, the recessive allele is represented by a small letter, and from now on until you finish this exercise you are not allowed to use other symbols. Okay? Now let's talk about codominance. The picture you have is an example of codominance. كيف عرفت codominance? Because both alleles are seen, both alleles are expressed in the offspring. Okay, so I started by black and crossed with white, and in the offspring I can see both alleles, I can see black and white. So this is a case of codominance. And if you have memorized the previous answer, you can use it here by changing some statements. So we start by saying F1 which is hybrid. ليش hybrid? Because he inherited one allele, we say the name of the allele black and one allele white, from the parents that are pure race. This is important. Okay? هلا what we are going to say to justify that this is the case of codominance, we must say both alleles، بقول مين هن black and white، both are expressed in the phenotype of F1. So if it was red and white أنا بدي شوف الأحمر والأبيض بالoffspring، بدي شوف هول اللونين. Okay? And therefore black and white are codominant alleles. And as usual بنحط السيمبل. In the case of codominance both alleles are expressed. في شغلة هون انتبهوا لها please، البلاك and white الجينوتايب لإله BW. Okay, so both alleles will be expressed in the offspring. Now let's talk about the incomplete dominance. And in this case also, like codominance, you are going to have three phenotypes. So in the case of codominance كان عندنا 3 phenotype black white وثالث phenotype black spotted with white. هون I'm crossing a pure black with a pure white and I obtained an intermediate phenotype, a new complete phenotype which is gray. So I have 3 phenotypes, but here none of the alleles of the parents is expressed in the offspring. I cannot see here the black or the white. Okay, so in this case we talk about incomplete dominance allele, and here we go for the same explanation. F1 which is hybrid inherited one from both parents that are pure race. هون لازم أقول none of the allele مين هن black and white are expressed in the phenotype of F1. okay, so أنا إذا بتطلع بالF1 I cannot see black, I cannot see white, so neither black nor white is expressed. However, we have a new intermediate phenotype gray. خلق عندي لون جديد in the phenotype of F1. Okay, so this is the case of incomplete dominance. And please do not forget to put the symbols and use them as they are till the end of the exercise. مثل ما شفتوا طالما أنا عندي capital B capital W لأنه ولا واحد منهم dominant ولا واحد منهم recessive, so both are capitalized. And please pay attention later on when they ask you about the genotype of a gray animal, never put GG. This is not accepted. This is completely wrong. أصلا هون وين شايفين G؟ أنا ما بحق لي استخدم إلا BW. So the genotype of a gray animal is GW. Okay?
وهيك بنكون خلصنا. ما تنسوا تعملوا لايك للفيديو، ولها معلومات مجانية أكتر فيكم تعملوا لي فولو على الانستغرام، رح حط لكم الرابط تحت بالكابشن. أما إذا حابين تنضموا لسوبر الأس بروجرام 2023 لازم نعمل أنا وياكم مكالمة استشارية مجانية، وبآخر هيدي المكالمة منقرر إذا أنتم فيكم تنضموا على سوبر الأس بروجرام أو لا. رابط حجز هيدي المكالمة كمان رح تلاقوه تحت بالكابشن. وأنا بشوفكن بفيديو تاني.